Hello, and welcome to Cracked Sisters Conspiracies. We're a podcast that covers conspiracy theories, mysteries, and all over spooky shit. My name's Jackie.
And I'm Cassandra.
And I'm James.
And we're said
And
sisters.
But he is not.
I am not a said sister or brother or related in any way.
Thank you for
This
the
is
clarification.
Yeah, just in case we had any confused listeners out there.
Ah,
This is a very special episode. This is almost to the day a year anniversary of the release of the first podcast.
Oh.
yeah.
Do you remember the title of it?
No, I don't remember what
Wait.
the next episode was.
Was it Black Eyed Kids?
It was not.
No, and I don't remember because we had like 2 failed false starts beforehand
We did.
before we actually got to one that we released.
So it was titled Missing 411.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
I completely forgot about that one.
So did
And
I.
it premiered on
The 23rd, I think, or 21st.
21st.
Oh,
March
of March.
21st, yes, of 2023.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
And so far there's been how many episodes?
A lot.
I think we're on 43.
I counted 44
Okay, 44.
Okay. And then we have a couple like in the bank that we
Right.
haven't
Yeah.
released.
released yet.
Wow.
So since that time, going back to the early days of March,
Mhm.
whose idea was the podcast?
All hers.
It was mine.
I was
Oh.
just along for the ride.
Okay.
I forced her into it.
So you were the brain behind the operation.
I was something.
That's a little generous, but
I was the dedicated one at least.
well, I mean, it was your thought, it was your efforts and all. Yeah, like I said, I just am here. So
Yeah, that
to
part
be
hasn't changed over
supportive.
a year.
Well, it comes out, each episode seems very 50-50 at this point.
By
Does it?
design.
Yeah.
And I know Jackie does most of the work behind
Yeah,
the
the
scenes.
behind the scenes, I'm
editing and stuff.
90 something percent.
Cassie's kind of lazy and just comes and talks.
She does
and-
the TikTok.
Oh,
Kinda.
I don't know what TikTok is. but
That's
Me
right.
neither.
I heard it's being banned. That's all I know.
I did hear
That's
that
wrong.
in the US.
We'll see.
How am I gonna get my news now? Can't trust anything else.
News
Well, you
now.
probably shouldn't be trusting
News.
TikTok in the first place.
Fox
I trust
News.
nothing and no one, so no Fox News, Jesus.
Okay, Dad.
Just kidding.
So how long was it from the point of the idea of the podcast to the actual first episode?
Well, I brought it up to her in like maybe October or November of
Mhm.
23. And she's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I wasn't interested really. And then for Christmas that year, I bought her a microphone. And I
Yeah.
said, now you have to do it because I just spent $50.
She forced my hand.
But then we started like kind of conceptualizing it maybe like after New Year. And then we didn't actually really get down to anything until like February, maybe.
Yeah, because we had our meeting of the minds where we got really drunk and then
Yeah.
like, started mapping out like our initial topic list where we had like, I don't know, maybe 50 different
Yeah, it was
things.
a good amount.
And we've covered maybe half of them because we've kind of deviated from
Yeah.
that. Excuse me. Like Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, what kind?
Thin Mints. We have a whole bunch in the freezer.
Those are good. Anyway.
But yeah, so probably 5 months before we really like did anything from when you're like, let's do this, I would say.
From conception to episode airing.
To
about
birth,
5 months.
yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
impressive to go.
That's a short gestation.
It was,
Have you
yeah.
grown in that time.
Yeah.
Were you inspired by any other podcasts?
I feel like that's a you.
Well, I listened to podcasts. I didn't know. I only listened to one other podcast, so I didn't really have a idea of how to do a podcast other than what I heard. But Cassie
was
wanted.
What
It
was the
was
podcast you listened to?
it's and that's why we drink. So it's like two
Oh.
females, but they both cover topics in one episode. So I was kind of stuck on that because Cassie didn't want to do 2 episodes in one. She thought that would, or 2 topics in one episode. She thought that would be too much. And I agree. Actually, I like the length of our episodes. But yeah, that was kind of. I just thought it was something that would be fun and easy to do. I didn't think it would be as difficult as it is.
What is the most difficult part of the podcast?
Editing. I fucking hate editing.
Yeah, editing's got to be the worst.
Like
I
with
hate
everything
editing.
in my soul. I really, for God, wish you would do editing. I just hate editing. Everything
I
else is
hate-
fine.
I hate doing my notes and the work that's involved.
Your book report that you do every 2
Which is
weeks.
pretty much how the podcast comes to fruition.
It
You
is.
hate doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
In other words, you hate the podcast.
Kinda.
It's fueled by the hate of the work that I have to do because I want to be lazy. I work all day, all the time doing other stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough.
And so I make her feel bad about that all the time.
You do.
Are there any podcasts you listen to?
No, generally because I don't like listening to other people talk.
Oh my God.
I like the idea and concept of podcasts and their things that you can like learn from them, but really the only podcast I ever listened to was when I was doing my securities licensing studies. And so like that's how it started. I'm like, I don't want to listen to lectures all the time. So I haven't found anything. And then also I'm motivated by listening to the same 18 songs that I've been listening to since high school. And so that's how I decompress. I don't want to listen to someone.
Fair enough.
Sometimes I listen to us though.
I never once listened to us.
So you don't really listen to any podcasts.
No, just our own every now and again.
And Jackie, you
I never
you
listen
pick
to
it
it because when I edit, I have to listen to the same sentence 5 times in a row to get out the ums and the burps and the fucking her kid talking. So it drives me insane. So I don't want to listen to it. I don't know what it sounds like from start to finish, but I don't want to listen to it.
But you've heard all the sentences in between.
Yeah, I've heard it all a million times, just never from start to finish without any stops.
Yeah, I'm not a big podcast listener myself.
Do you
You
actually
give off,
listen to
I
ours?
like Joe
I do.
Rogan podcast.
Actually, last weekend, in order to prep for this,
Uh-huh.
I locked myself in my room and I listened to every podcast back to back.
No, you didn't.
You're right, I didn't.
Okay.
But if I did, if I was dedicated, that's what I would have done.
Wow, I would have felt so bad for you.
Well, if you listen regularly, you wouldn't have to do that. You would just
I
have
do.
it in your brain.
I haven't listened to the Loch Ness Monster.
That's okay. But you're caught up otherwise?
Other than that, I believe I've listened to every episode.
Wow.
Did
okay.
you watch oh no, because you're not on Patreon. I did editing magic to pull your episode, the first one you did with us, together and make it make sense. Because I listened to that one back sober and I still couldn't follow anything. So I put in visual cues and it's so much easier to follow along with. But you're not a Patreon subscriber, so you don't have access to that.
Well, maybe after today I will be.
Oh, okay.
There you
After a
go.
year, you know.
You had to warm up, make sure you like
Yeah, I had to
this.
make sure this thing was gonna, be worthwhile.
Okay, that's fair.
So, do you have an inspiration for show topics? Where does it come from? What do you?
You go first on that one.
So I think our initial topic list, that was us like scouring the internet for either, inspiration or conspiracy theories that a lot of people had mentioned, and we kind of jotted down what we liked from that. We had our own kind of things that we knew about that we added. And more recently, at least for, my topics, I've just been taking listener contributions. So, like the one that we just recorded was a request from one of my colleagues. Loch Ness Monster was actually my daughter's request. And so and we did the Dancing Plague, which was a request
Johnny's.
from Johnny, and Ashley's requested thing. So, I mean, it kind of feels like we pull it from everywhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then, yeah, same. I have that original list, but then just as I'm like every day, if I watch something on TV or I hear something, I'm like, oh, that's a good one. And I'll just jot it down onto a running list I have. And then that's what I'll pull from each other week when it's my turn to pick a topic.
When we were recording on Tuesday, and at the end of it, I could not remember what I wanted to tell you about.
Yeah.
I remembered yesterday when I was watching TikTok because all of this Kate Middleton.
Oh my God. Yes. I just heard about it yesterday.
And since we just did Princess Di not that long ago, we're going to have to like,
I know.
But
and that one's at least relevant.
About.
Have you heard of that, James?
What's that? Say that again.
Have you heard of that whole thing that's going on with her?
Oh, I heard, yeah, that she posted some picture or something and it looks like she was photoshopped in or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like AI generated, but people think she's either dead or in a coma but they're like trying to fake it.
She's trying to like cut and run from the family and that's not going well. And then there's like curveballs being thrown about William having an affair.
Mhm.
It's just very Princess Di.
Yeah.
And you never know.
This is why I hate the internet. 'Cause too many
Why?
people have too many people have too many theories
And too much time on their
and
hands.
too much time, and they just
If they didn't have that, we
Love
wouldn't
you.
have this podcast.
That is true.
well, but you kind of cover like more historical
Oh
things.
yeah.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? You don't get like you don't find a picture of Taylor Swift and
Make
put it
our
up there
own
and go,
from
is
it.
she, yeah, signaling the devil or something? Whatever they think. It's just so stupid.
Okay.
True. That's true.
All right. So we'll just go into your little background a little bit with you. We'll start with you, Jackie. You were born in Southern California, yeah?
I was in CB Valley, California.
Okay, we're gonna delve that.
I think we've talked about that before. At least
Okay.
we mentioned our city before.
All right, and then you
I mean,
moved
you don't even live there. Sorry.
Okay, bitch.
some animosity about that.
Just a bit. Scooch.
And I have you moved to Oahu?
Hawaii?
Yes.
Sure.
Ohio?
Oh, Ohio. Sorry.
If you moved to Oahu, I would have made a more concerted effort to
I'm like,
come
I
see
feel like you would have known if I lived in Hawaii, but sure. No, I lived in Ohio.
Oh, well,
Those are two very different things.
I had like 20 questions about Hawaii.
Did you really?
And now Ohio. Like,
See if you can translate them to Ohio, or are they like very?
Oh my gosh.
specific?
yeah, they were kind of all geared.
What's the weather like? Was the humidity terrible?
It was actually. Oh.
So apparently you can't have ChatGPT give it information and do questions. I must have spelled Ohio wrong and then it gave me back. Okay, so you moved to Ohio. And what'd you do in Ohio?
I worked a couple jobs. I was an EMT out there. I worked in some guy's basement.
Wait a minute.
It's true.
Yeah, I worked in. Don't they find like people's bodies in basements in Ohio and stuff?
Yeah, I didn't find any bodies in this basement.
Okay.
And
You were just
confirmed
working
what
in
you
the
said.
basement.
Yeah, it was like sweatshop-esque.
Okay. You
Yeah.
don't want to expand on that at all.
So it was he was I don't remember how I got referred to him, but I was, strapped for cash. So someone's like, "Hey, I know this guy. He hires girls and they work in his basement." I
These
didn't
are
think
all
it was
red
weird.
flags.
Yeah.
And it was like an hour and a half away. And so he had a job where he basically just bought shit off of eBay and then would resell it, or he would go to like what's the things called when people die and you sell all your
Estate
shit?
sales?
Estate sales. And then he would come and take all the stuff and sell it. He was like big around guns. He did his own reloading. So all this type of stuff he needed help packaging, managing orders, doing shit. He was very nice. He let me bring trigger. So I worked
Oh,
there. It
that's
was
right.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
How long did you live there? Like
2 years.
Yeah.
And then I broke up with my boyfriend, who was the reason I went there. And I was stuck for an additional 5 months.
Before you
His
came back
mom wouldn't
home.
help me.
So you
Uh,
stuck it out in Ohio for 2 years. I'm sorry.
I did. I really liked it. Everyone hates
Really?
it, and everyone thought I was insane for moving there from California. If I didn't break up, I probably would have stayed. I really liked it.
That is strange, but okay.
Well, Cleveland was super. I didn't live in Cleveland, but I worked in Cleveland, and it had like a really fun like downtown nightlife. And I was like
okay.
22 or something, so I
That's-
thought I
that's
had a lot
good
of fun
then.
there.
All right. So then you came back, and did you ever talk about the work you did when you came back here?
I think I alluded. I don't think I ever outright said what I was.
Since you don't do it anymore, do you say what it is now?
Yeah, it's fine. So I was a cop in the town I lived in and I did that for 5 years. But I retired recently.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was quick. So now you're retired and
Now I
Live
work for a
in-
different guy.
But she works from home.
But I
not
get to
the
work in
basement.
my home, not,
not
in
in
the
his
basement.
in your basement. Okay.
Yeah, so I help now I currently help a guy manage his CPR company.
All right.
Yeah.
Going back to your EMT roots.
Yeah. Might as well. I have all that knowledge in my brain.
Very nice.
Gives you something to do.
Now
You
I
know-
wish I lived in Oahu.
Well, maybe one day.
Maybe.
You have 3 dogs, which we've all heard on the podcast at
I'm so
various
sorry.
times, crying, whining, things like that.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
Cassie, apparently you were a child bride exported to Canada
that's exactly what
in
it was.
exchange for maple syrup.
A lifetime supply of maple
Oh, lifetime. Well, then it was worth it.
syrup. It was.
Oh.
Yep,
gonna expand on that at all?
No, I would. When I was 16, I met a boy on the internet
As we all do.
Another red flag.
prior to
You're working in
16.
some guy's basement. You're meeting guys on the internet at 16.
Well, I
I-
moved to Ohio because I met a guy on Instagram. I searched #beards, and then I moved across the state.
And so when
That's something.
I don't remember how or like what path.
Probably
Derek-
MySpace, right?
Maybe. And I was actually 15 when I met him, and then I didn't physically meet him until my actual 16th birthday.
Oh,
And
that's
he was
right.
in a band. And so him and his band got in their car and drove all the way down from Canada to come visit me. And
Wow.
why?
No, wow.
Oh, wow. That's right. And then while they were here, as a way to entice them to come stay, I like booked them a tour. So they played at the Whiskey A Go-Go, they played at the Troubadour. So I did.
Yeah,
all
Cassie
of
was
that.
their literal manager
You're
at
like a band
16 years
manager.
old.
I was.
And then my
then
dad was the roadie.
our dad was the roadie. And so we had booked them at the Motel 6 down the street off of Erringer.
Oh, very nice.
And then after about 3 days, they all just kind of started migrating to my parents' house. And then
They never
within a
left.
week, the entire band was living in my living room.
All right.
And they stayed for like a month. I
Yeah.
think.
That was a crazy time.
It was weird. I mean, in hindsight, it was weird. As a parent, I'm like, oh my God, our parents had a stroke. But it was actually a very fun time for my 16th birthday. We had a
Yeah.
concert in our backyard.
Holy cow.
And then, yeah, there was some back and forth. That was like 2 years. He was older. He was 18 and when I was 16.
We've
but
also all been there.
we have all been there. But yeah, so like 2 years of flying back and forth to Canada, them
Where
driving
in
down
Canada?
British Columbia.
Okay. Vancouver.
So yeah.
All right.
And yeah, so that went until I was almost 18, and then man ripped my heart from my chest, and and now he lives in California. Now he lives in Venice Beach, and his best friend is
Is he still a musician?
he is still a musician, but not like professionally.
Hey, do you know who Ryan Cabrera is? James?
I don't think he would know.
No, I
He gives
was he in
Ryan
American Idol?
Cabrera, but
No.
emo vibes.
Oh, actually, he might have been.
Like he was
was-
really good in, or like big in when I was in middle school. So like 2007, 2008. And he had big,
He dated
poofy,
Ashley
spiky
Simpson.
hair. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was he kind of like a?
You all
Like
have
a-
Google at the power of your fingertips.
I know. I'm like,
I don't know. I'm kind of picturing like Justin Bieber, but more like
But like
rock and
edgier,
roll type.
I guess. Yeah. But not by
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
That's what her ex-boyfriend reminded me of. But like put like some eyeliner on.
I can show you a picture of him.
Oh, I didn't know
Here.
you had that on you.
Well, we're
It's her
friends on
screensaver.
Instagram, but yeah, his best friend is. Oh, did I start following him? Maybe. His best friend is Draco Malfoy from.
Oh, that's
Harry
right.
Potter-
From what?
From Harry Potter.
The movie?
Yeah, the actor who
book.
plays him.
No, he has a
I've never
real
seen the
life
Harry Potter movie.
best friend.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
Never, not a single one.
never.
Why?
I don't know. Nothing against them. I just
Well,
We should
Wait,
have a movie marathon because I've only seen I think
trying
two
to
of
find
them.
your guitar-y picture. So
You've
you
only
can
seen
see
2 of them?
him.
I think so. Yeah.
But let's see. Where's a good picture of Mr. Derek to show you? Well, this is him and his sister. This is what he looks like. He didn't look like that when I dated him. He had a pink shock in his hair.
Yeah.
He looked very
Douchey.
Benji from Good Charlotte was what initially attracted me. Anywho, child bride and then left at the altar kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then now I'm an adult and have moved on. That was 20 years ago.
Wow.
was it?
Yeah, I am 36 years old.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, guess that was a while ago.
That was,
All right.
yeah,
Moving on.
okay.
some questions from listeners.
Oh,
Okay.
Has Cassie ever answered 976 calls?
the fuck is a 976 call?
1-900-976 sex operator.
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, speaking of that, kind of not really. I thought of
Because of the
you.
calls you answered in the basement.
So I thought of you because
There's two of us here.
Yeah, who
There's
did you?
you.
her, I thought of Cassie.
Oh.
Because my boss and I are creating a no, just kidding. We're creating something online, but we need someone to do voiceovers.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I know the perfect person who has the best voice for this. So you might be having a job in your future.
Perfect. Sounds great.
In the voice competition on the podcast, yeah, Cassie.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if it's something she puts on or
No,
if
I
it's
think that's just how she
natural.
talks.
I think she adds a little vocal fry.
Yeah, you've mentioned
Oh.
that before.
Oh, have
There is
I?
a bit.
Oh.
Uh-huh. It's also like you've heard me on the phone when I've been talking to clients before.
Yeah, she does have like a professional, like she'll switch over to like professional mode when she like answers the phone. I
Right.
don't. So
But that's something that I've gotten feedback on. Like, you have a really nice voice. I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah, you
"Okay,
could
thank
definitely
you."
do like phone sex work, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
Are you really sisters?
Yes.
And if
We
so,
are.
okay, no, we're not going to read the rest of that one.
Okay, but I want to know what the question is.
No, Danny C from Simi Valley, how dare you?
I can only imagine. Yes, we are really sisters. I am 7 years older than she is.
It's a big
Yes.
age gap.
It is a big age
It
gap.
is.
It impacted our relationship
She
early
hated
on.
me my whole entire life until I was like 18.
Yeah, teenager-y when I moved out of the house.
So yeah, I was like 14, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say 13 or 14 because I moved out like 19-ish. And then once I got out of the house, I was more willing to accept you. And then I would bring you over and rescue you from the house and let you come hang out at my apartment
Yes.
for a while. And so
That's when you became the cool older sister.
that's when I became
Yes.
the cool older sister. And then my opinion of the younger one changed.
All right, let's see. This next one, it's kind of long. It has a lot of follow-ups.
Oh, okay, a multi-parter.
How often do you have a drink containing alcohol?
Who wants to know?
How many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day when you are drinking?
Am I getting a physical right
I think this is to determine if you're an alcoholic.
now?
Who's
You
to
don't have to
say?
answer those. We'll leave it alone.
Oh,
But
I'm like, okay.
I know alcohol, a lot of times during the shows, you are
Why you
consuming
point at me?
alcohol. I didn't mean to point, I was just pointing. I don't know. It wasn't at you.
It definitely more so when we record together in the same
Yeah.
room, we are sufficiently sloshed. But because we record a lot of the times on like Mondays or Tuesdays, with the exception of our either Wet Wednesday or Thirsty Thursday, we only do one in the office. I usually don't
Sure.
drink during the week. So I have been sober for the last many, many episodes.
But
just
I think
because
you
of
can
when we
tell.
record it.
I think
Yeah,
it's more fun if we're both drinking.
That is true. So then we try to push it to like the weekend.
Yeah.
So if we can record on a Saturday, I don't feel weird drinking.
Right.
So
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm still tempted to go grab a shot before we
I
finish.
think you should.
I mean, I kind of want to.
Should I grab a shot? And
You
James will do
should.
one.
Hmm, what?
Uh-huh. You'll do a shot too. Our episodes go
Just
better.
take your pick.
This
This
one?
glass is a little more narrow, so there's less in there.
Okay, good.
This episode was brought to you by Jack Daniels.
And Maker's Mark in wine or shot glasses. From Alrighty.
Cheers to 1 year.
Mm.
Dink.
Alrighty.
Tastes like fire.
What did he have?
Makers.
Oh, gross.
I gave him options. He said whatever you're gonna have. So
There you go.
okay,
All right, ready?
Yep.
we're ready.
Okay. Well, if you ever want to go back to the questions to find out if you're an alcoholic, just let me know. It's a point system and
I
go
think
through
we've significantly, both of us have cut
Have
back
cut back.
drinking in our life. Not because it was a problem, but just
Just in general.
because, yeah.
But I'm like on the weekends, like usually Friday to Sunday is the window that I typically will drink. Friday nights I'll have 2 or 3 drinks. Unless we're doing a shot night, which Evan has been favoring.
Say, you guys seem to do that quite often.
Well, it's because we can take shot, go off and do stuff, and like, oh, another shot. And it's for someone who doesn't like having a drink to,
Yeah.
suck down all the time, because I'm not a drink gremlin like you.
Makes sense.
But
It's drink
anyhow.
goblin, by the way.
Excuse me, how often do you drink,
Yeah,
James?
James, like once a year.
Um,
Golfing
He's
or
maybe like once a week.
him. Once a week? That's better.
And then,
What's your drink of choice?
yeah, are you drinking like a White Claw?
You like
oh,
beers,
no,
don't you?
I mean, if I go out to dinner, I'll maybe order a beer.
Oh.
That's about the extent of.
Okay.
Okay. All right, on with the interrogation, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so early on, I think I gave you some feedback about, do you remember what it was?
Can you be more specific?
Like podcast related?
Yeah,
feedback?
podcast related feedback. I said there was a portion, I think the first couple episodes, you kind of came out and said, this podcast is about blah, 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 and then you went right into it, right?
Mhm.
And I said, I gave you,
Oh, that's right. You wanted our banter to be more in the beginning because we would say our intro,
Start.
go right into it, and then maybe you would have banter at the end.
yes.
Yes. And you
That was
said,
my
don't do that.
So you're the one who helped shape the structure of our episode.
That is true. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's worked out. It's
Yeah,
done
I
well.
think so. Give
Yeah.
yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I
we
mean,
had-
sometimes we don't always have something to talk about. We'll try,
Oh.
but then
Usually
usually it
that's
ends up
fine.
coming later anyway, or during the
Yeah.
middle of our story. So
Chit chat. Yeah.
yeah,
Recently we learned, I think you have gout,
I do. It's very unfortunate.
and you get your medical advice from TikTok.
I don't watch TikTok,
That's,
Facebook.
that's what you said.
From Facebook.
I watch Facebook videos, which is TikTok videos, but they're just on Facebook's
So
platform.
technically it is still.
But I
the
feel
Facebook.
superior when I say I don't watch TikTok. So
There, just bring yourself down to our standards.
I will
We
not.
have a TikTok, goddammit. Like
and I don't know how to use it.
I have been on the TikTok since the lockdown days. It is
Yeah.
a very different world than it was, but
It was.
How do you have gout?
I don't know. So it's genetic. So it's mom. I keep
it
blaming
is
mom.
not mom's fault.
She had it once, and she goes, "It's not me. It's grandpa." Because it's
Yeah,
it's
so she
but
was
it's
not the
mostly.
originator.
I think she was.
Started before her.
But it also started. It also had her. She had it.
Once.
Whatever.
Leave our mother alone.
I don't know. It just kind of when I moved, it just kind of happened. And the first time I didn't know what it was, so I just kind of wrote it off. And then a month later, I got another flare up, and then I don't have health insurance, so that's why I use the internet currently. But I had to seek help, and I was given some meds that don't work, and yeah, so I've just been living my life.
One painful step at a time.
I'm not in a flare up right now, so I'm very happy about that.
Well, that's good.
All right. I'm glad your gout isn't
Is
doing
under
well.
control.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's in remission.
Oh.
Obviously we learned that Cassie is annoyed with driving everywhere and making friends with birds. or
Yeah, the
squirrels.
crows, you fucking
The
weirdo.
crows, yes.
And you know what? I tried to befriend a crow yesterday. So I came home
That's
and there was a crow and he was just like bopping around. And I think his wing was all fucked up and he like was not afraid of me at all. And I really wanted to go scoop him up. But my instinct said, no, you're going to get the bird flu.
Good
So,
choice. Do crows carry bird flu?
I don't know, but I want a crow army. I
I
want,
know you do.
like, I was going to go like throw a shiny piece of something that I had, just be like, here, you want it? And no.
Good
I have
luck with
lots of
that.
I have lots of birds in my backyard though, and fat squirrels. It's fun.
Keep us updated, will you?
Okay.
All right. I understand you had a guest host for one of your episodes.
Yes, you were. a
It was
guest
you.
host for one of our-
I didn't say who it was, but
Oh,
people are saying that's the most downloaded episode and
Oh,
the most listened to episode.
people.
I
people
would say
that.
it
People
is
say
very
that,
talked
that's what they're
about.
saying.
It is talked about. It was
maybe not in
literally-
the best light, but it's
It was
just-
literally discussed in my office yesterday.
It was discussed at work, my whole job, at length by multiple people.
I did get some feedback and
job
it
that
was
you
fair
and I
enough.
shared.
It was, yeah, I read too much and
Oh, but
there's a lot of information.
It was
and
so
I
much
think I tried to
information.
cram so much into this little amount of time, and instead of kind of talking about what I knew, I kind of just read
Yeah.
from the thing.
But also, that was the first time you've done it. And also, though we are all friends, even though apparently you two can't be friends without me, whatever. Cass, the way Cass and I talk is very different than the way like you and I talk or you and her talk. So I think trying to just throw you into our mix was a
Shoehorn you
little
in.
bit jarring for you, I would say. And you weren't really expecting it too much.
I think we're a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
And then we were getting more progressively drunk as
Dude,
the
I was
episode
fucking
went on.
hammered.
So it was bad.
I guess when you don't have the topic, you can let loose a little bit.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Because you don't have to
And then I
fucking
didn't
remember
know
anything.
where I was or what was happening at the halfway point. So
But I do like that episode. We're trying to have more speakers. Danny is supposed to do an episode
yeah.
one of these years. And then Ashley, I think we're gonna bring her back next year for the
would be
on
fun.
Bigfoot's birthday, because she's like a total Bigfoot hunter. That's what she does.
Does she
Not
like,
for a
go-
living, but she's
Does
like
she go squatching on her?
She does.
Oh my god.
her and her family are like Bigfoot
That's
fanatics.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. How fun. Are there bugs?
It was like a yellow jacket.
Oh, it's trying
That
to, it's
gets
gonna
done.
bite you. It's
I
gonna
know.
bite and sting you. I am still traumatized. I'm willing to consider going back to Lake Casitas, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Do you see it? Okay, continue.
Alrighty.
All right, now we'll take a break and have a word from our sponsor. As you know, Mike Lindell is in some hot water with the FBI as in need of funds for his defense. For a limited time, you can order My Pillow at 50% off with the code CRACKED. Normally $90 and now $45. And just like the election, these prices are a steal.
Is that real?
No, but I figure if I threw it out there, maybe he'll pick up on it. You could put like a hashtag Mike Lindell or My Pillow.
Okay, who's Mike
Yeah.
Lindell?
He's the inventor of My Pillow.
And I got my pillow for her birthday. And then they sent me the wrong size.
Oh, that's right.
And so now I have it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. We do need sponsors. I tried to get us a sponsor from Audible and they said no, thank you.
No. I feel like any
So-
sponsorship will be local or just someone taking pity on us.
That
But
might be it. Yeah.
I mean, really, the Patreon is supposed to be our easiest avenue for sponsorship, and that ain't working either.
oh my God, I have a sponsor, I
Who?
guess.
An AA.
If you, no,
Oh.
a sponsor for the show. If you are in need of CPR training and you don't mind doing part of it online, go to cpredu.com.
There you go. I cannot advertise for my.
That's the
line of
company I work
business.
for. Oh,
Okay. And you know what? My office is still quite sad that you fucking bailed and left Dodge before giving us our CPR training
I
and
know.
certification.
next time I visit, I can do it for you.
I mean, there are some people who may be at risk for a cardiac event at any given time. And the last time I was CPR certified was when I was babysitting.
Oh
And
my
I have
God.
not been up to date since I was like 16.
Yeah, you
So
should get on that. With
Gracie
me.
totally choked at a restaurant yesterday.
Did
so that
she?
was cool. Yeah, but she saved herself. So
Oh, yeah, what? Yeah.
she had calamari and didn't chew it up all the way. And then she just looked at me and her eyes went really big. So she shoved her hand down her throat and
That is not recommended by the AHA or the
don't
American
do
Heart.
that.
I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, me too. And then she cried for a little bit and then ate a bunch of meat because we went to no more calamari. We went to Korean barbecue. So
Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't like that place because you have to cook your own meat. What am I paying you for?
you're so fucking lazy.
If I go out to a restaurant, I don't want to cook.
I mean,
So you've never been to the melting pot?
No, but that
I
you're
will
just
dip
shoving
some
cheese
shit in
in the shit.
cheese.
I just want it for the chocolate.
The fondue?
but a chocolate fondue.
Are you still kind of averse to melted cheese?
a little bit?
Yeah. So growing up, she was never like a cheese girl, especially a melted cheese.
Dude, I fucking
girl.
hated melted cheese. I wanted
Yeah.
nothing to do with it.
So no nachos for you.
No. I didn't.
Yeah.
I would do it without the melted cheese, which isn't nachos.
That's
but-
just fucking chips. Like, yeah. So
Oh,
I think you've grown in that, but cheese. I would bathe in a tub of cheese.
hey,
Love
that might get us some viewers.
possibly. I don't know.
If you want to see Cassandra bathe in some cheese,
subscribe to our Patreon,
do
and
something about
request
it.
There's probably someone out there that's into that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
without a doubt. I
If you
mean,
can go into someone's basement and
I will travel to no man's basement for that.
pray an ad out there for someone who wants to come to their
Is that
basement. And
The other half of the shot that you were supposed to have done earlier.
Oh, you broke up. What's the next question?
Were you going through a tunnel?
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna lose service. I'm almost done. Can you see
Oh my
that? It's a big shot, to be fair. And it's also 12:30 in the afternoon.
My plans after this are gonna go home and day drink and work in the backyard. So,
Yeah, I don't have any plans.
maybe throw a corned beef brisket on at some point.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow.
It is. I forgot.
Can I get a pen
James,
and
do you
paper?
do anything for St. Patrick's Day? Oh,
Oh, so interestingly enough, on Monday, I'm having a colonoscopy.
Have you ever had one before?
I have. It's been a while.
Okay.
oh,
I like to get them, every other week or so.
every other week?
No, I'm just kidding. It was-
Oh,
I had one a long time ago after I had my appendix out.
Is this just
oh, this you're like your
maintenance
45-year-old.
or-
Yes, is recommended after you turn. Used to be 50, but I guess it's 45.
Yeah,
now.
I think they dropped it down.
So tomorrow.
Oh, you don't get to
only
eat or
have-
drink anything. Yeah.
Drink liquids.
You have to shit yourself a lot beforehand.
Well, I'll shit the toilet. It's not,
Oh, I-
not myself.
And you know what? Accidents
Whichever.
happen. I hear that you need to stay like within shoot
Yes,
distance.
the directions say be within the range of the toilet.
Oh God,
You'll be out and about taking your Miralax and.
That would be
Docalex.
funny. well,
You have to drink the what is it?
mhm.
The clear shit. What is it?
So everything is over the counter now.
Yeah.
So I take at like 4 o'clock, I'll take 4 Miralax, Docalex pills.
Okay.
Okay.
And at 5 o'clock, I'll start drinking 2 liters of a liquid combined with a serving of Docalex.
Okay.
You party animal.
Wow.
And after that, it's all,
It's perfect
all she
for
wrote.
you.
Yeah.
How fun.
That's
So then
interesting.
Monday I'll go do that. Yeah, so that'll be my St. Patrick's Day.
Having a
Very
camera shoved up your
exciting.
ass.
What's that?
I said having a camera shoved up your ass.
Well, that's the day after.
Yeah.
The day before is,
Just the prep work. How fun.
yes, the prep work.
Okay.
Call
I'm sorry I asked.
Where's that shooting star again? The more you know. We learned so many things.
Oh,
All right, so Jackie, we'll go to you first.
Ooh.
Do you have a favorite episode?
yes. I think so when we were kind of new in our first season, I think we would always tell people if they were interested in our podcast and they wanted to give it a listen, to always start with the Natalie Wood episode. Because I think that one was like our best at that time, like coming together, and that was just like our best quality work that we did. So I really liked that episode. I really also like the Killers Quarterly episode. I thought that was really fun, and I'm excited to do another one. So I would say that probably is my second favorite.
Okay.
Describe Killers Quarterly again.
So it's something that we do quarterly. So we have to wait 25 episodes every time. But basically it's a special episode that's double the length because Cass and I will both choose a serial killer that we want to cover, and we will both kind of explain
And present.
and present said serial killer in one episode. And it's kind of just a nice little shake up from our normal routine.
It's a palate cleanser, but in the
cleanser.
worst
Yeah,
way.
sounds really wholesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite episode?
The Natalie Wood
Natalie
episode
Wood,
is my
okay.
favorite as well. That's the one we've gotten some of the best feedback on.
Yeah.
And the same, like if I'm gonna have someone started episode, it's primarily that one.
Mhm.
And I think we really started to hit our stride
Yeah.
in that, and it really started to kind of take off at that point. So,
What is
Right.
your favorite episode, James?
ooh,
Mm. That's a tough one.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like by now, but I mean, think about it. We've covered,
There's been a lot. There's 44 we said
Yeah.
that have been aired
that's a lot of topics.
a
Yeah.
year ago. So
I can tell you what
I can tell you my worst.
we might get to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just let's look.
Scroll through the
Just pull out his wallet.
Yeah.
No, he pulled out his phone.
Oh. Thought things were gonna get interesting.
Oh.
I think that's helped. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were purposely moving in slow motion, but my camera was just glitching.
I know yours went and then froze. Looked like you were, yeah, stuck.
Turtle.
I like turtles.
I found I didn't really know much about the Black Dahlia murder, so I remember that one being
Oh.
pretty interesting.
That one
was a good one.
little dark, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like some about was she a prostitute or sex worker?
No.
Oh, but she was
But she-
assaulted.
She
as
died
was.
in a sexual way. Yeah.
And then her arms were cut off, her limbs were cut off, her head was cut off. Every terrible thing happened to that one, so.
All right,
All right.
so I'll pick that one.
Okay.
Sure.
Least favorite episode.
Cool.
You can go first.
We'll start with
Cassandra.
The Wendigo episode that never came to light because I didn't know what was happening. That was my first topic that I was supposed to present.
Wait, what'd you call it? The what?
Wendigos.
Wendigos?
It's Wendigo.
Wendigo. I don't want to say the real name, but they're gonna come for me.
Get a little back. What is?
I don't know because this was
Appalachia.
Cassie's first episode. So I did the first one with Missing 4-in-1, and this was supposed to be hers. And it maybe lasted 16 minutes. We learned absolutely nothing. And
I
it
know,
was so
I
bad we pulled the episode.
Panicked. I had no idea what I was doing or and I was like working while trying to get my notes done because we had like a date set for when we were going to record. And I'm like, I put no effort into this whatsoever. And I think sober when I recorded it.
I think
and I'm
so.
like, here we go. And then we both just kind of looked at each other like that was really bad.
Yeah.
And so I think all of the footage and audio were conveniently lost on that one. So
They were, yes. But that is not your first
least favorite
time.
episode was the episode that never aired.
yes, for good reason.
To be fair, that's not the first time you've done that because recently we had the Denver airport, which I
oh
couldn't
shit,
air
that's right.
because it was so bad.
That was another one that was just a hot mess. But you know what? Let me go through our list because there might be one that we did that I'm like, let's see.
How many episodes are there that never aired?
3.
3?
Yeah.
One is on Patreon. That is we've talked about it a million times. It's our first ever episode of the Pizzagate that we recorded 3 times, but for some
Okay.
reason Jesus didn't want us to release it. But that video is on Patreon.
It
And then
was
we
such
have
a
the
mess.
Wendigo one, which she did. And then we have the Denver International Airport, which she did.
What is with Denver International Airport?
I don't
She also
remember.
didn't know how to do notes, even though this was like a month ago. No, it's a little bit longer, but she, for some reason, it wasn't in her. And I was trying to
It's an
edit
airport
it
where
together.
planes land and people get on them, and
They have like all these
luggage goes
conspiracies.
through?
Couldn't tell you what they are
Oh,
because Cassie never
okay.
actually got to that. But
But I
trying
do
to
have
edit it.
Yeah, I have a favorite 2.0 as I was going through
Yeah.
our Disney and Dicks.
Oh, that is a good episode. Yeah. I do like
That
that
was
one.
really when our content started to take like a hard left and introduce some other things.
It
and which-
did.
It opened the door for Dirty Sanchez conversations like we just had.
Yes.
all right, we'll keep this as a family episode. So
No,
Why
they're
start
all
now?
marked explicit with a big fat E in front of
Yeah.
them for good reason. All right, what else?
Well, we didn't hear Jackie's.
Oh
list.
yeah. My least favorite, because Cassie ruined it, but also kind of my favorite, is my 2-part episode on Malaysian Airlines, because I put so much
Okay, that's probably
research
my
into
second
it,
least
and I
favorite.
fucking tried. It was a 2-parter. It was long. It was extensive, and she was so fucking hammered and trying to salvage that audio because I wasn't re-recording it while she's just screaming. Was very difficult.
I forgot all about the Malaysian airline.
Yep.
That's
Oh, but I
Looks like
did.
the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I did get to. I think this podcast is making me smarter because now all of this knowledge is just in my brain because the dogs got like new 2 toys and one of them
Mhm.
was a koala, so naturally we named it Kuala Lumpur. And Alex is like, "Why do you keep saying that?" And I go, "It's the dog toy's name." He goes, "Well, what even is that?" I go, "Let me tell you, it's a location," and I couldn't remember where it was, but I said I covered it on the top or on a podcast once.
And also our dad visited there a lot.
It was Malaysia, yeah. If I did
a lot. No, specifically Kuala Lumpur. So.
Yes, that's what I thought. But yeah, so I got some knowledge now.
Is that the only episode that morphed into 2 episodes?
We might have one other 2-parter. I don't have access to it right now.
The only one I could think of.
I think so. I'm
Yeah.
purposefully not. I know I'm gonna have probably 2 more, which is why I haven't covered them, just because I'm not ready to do a deep dive into it yet.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm scrolling through the published list so far, and I think that was the only part 1, part 2. Yeah.
Mhm.
Those ones are hard, especially if we don't film them within a relatively short amount of time in between.
Mhm.
So like sometimes, you can either structure it where you're doing it all in one go, and because it's so long, you split it into 2,
Yeah.
or, we could purposely tackle it, but either way, there's a risk that it's just gonna go south very
Yeah.
quickly. Because you either are too far gone to
Mhm.
continue, or you forget what you've recorded previously, and
Yeah.
then.
Got it.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. We'll go back to you first on this one, Cassie.
Oh, okay.
Was there an episode that kind of scared you a little bit?
Kind of scared me a little bit.
Like the content?
Yeah, like after I know for me, it was the Nickelodeon guy that
Oh,
with Dan
yeah.
Schneider.
Dan Schneider, yes.
Mhm.
That was anybody who's into like feet, that kind of scares me.
Okay.
Except for Quentin Tarantino.
See, he's a
Yeah.
Should be
Bigfoot guy.
protected at all costs and make more movies.
I mean, okay, yeah.
Anyone else?
That's his
Yeah.
stance.
The Killers Quarterly episode that we did where I covered Albert Fish.
that was
and
creepy.
just how depraved he was, and all the things that he did to like the mentally incapacitated and like the young black boys and himself. Like it
Did-
was just very
See the guy
disturbing.
that like put a bunch of needles in his
In his pelvis.
Yes.
Yeah. Like he was just
I
a
remember
gross
listening.
fucking old
There you
man.
go.
And it was just the fact that people can do shit like that to other people always bothers me.
So maybe
Yeah.
it didn't scare you, but just kind of
it
creeped you out.
disturbed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What disturbs you, Jackie?
Nothing. No, I'm trying to think. I know, I mean, it was my topic, but I know the Black Eyed Kid one was like spooky just
That was
because it was like
creepy.
it was supposed to be a creepy episode. But none of them I don't think really are. Oh, you know what? I take that back. The AI one I think
That
is
one was-
actually kind of
yeah.
scary. Like the deep fakes
Mm.
and how they can manipulate that shit, and that was
And ruin
creepy.
people's lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
There's a bunch of kids that just got either expelled or suspended from Beverly Hills High School
Okay.
for creating images of their classmates.
Oh
Mm.
God.
Yeah, so it's horrible. Could you imagine being a teenage girl in high school and then
Having
One of your
that-
Just that,
Classmates
and
makes
just
this
that
picture.
alone is bad enough.
yeah.
Let
Right,
alone
yeah,
having
exactly.
the
But
but
internet.
even
and-
worse in
Yeah.
those formative years, for sure.
Yeah.
That's where
If
he
you watched Harry Potter, you would know. But did you just spit all over your mic?
No, but it dropped and it's now woefully misshapen.
Like a
That's what she
baby's
said.
head. Anyway.
Okay.
Baba Booey? Okay,
Oh my god.
we had to get that in there. Hey now. All right.
You're a rock star.
Where did we
You're
leave off?
blonde.
Were we scared?
We were
Scary
doing things that
episodes.
we were freaked out by.
Oh, you were
disturbed.
Okay, yeah, you were
Oh,
giving
Beverly
your-
Hills Kids. Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about AI and all of that and how, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, now we'll go to you, Jackie, on this one. Was there an episode that changed your view on something or someone?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, we're getting deep.
That's what she said. Let me pull up my episode list because I feel like probably yes.
I think my answer might be the same as yours, but
I don't have an answer, so why don't you say yours first?
the celebrity faux pas one.
Oh shit, that's a good point.
Because
Yeah.
like all of those people, you're like, God damn, I didn't know you did all this terrible shit. It makes
That
me
is
go,
true.
huh, about you. Like the whole Mark Wahlberg thing. Like I am still very
I mean, that one really doesn't surprise me. I was disappointed. The Mike Tyson being a
Disappointed,
sex
yeah.
offender one really threw me. I did not know that.
yeah,
Who I listened to the episode. Who was the sex offender?
Mike
Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah. How did you not know?
I thought he just bit someone's ear off. I don't know. They
Yeah.
gloss
yeah.
over
Well,
it in the
before that, he was in
media.
prison for sexual assault.
But like that was at
I
the
was an
time when
infant.
we, yeah, like that was not on our radar
Oh.
at all. So
Yeah, that episode was a little. I mean, you're kind of like, yeah, you know,
Ooh.
Mark Wahlberg, whatever, but at the same
Okay.
time, well, he was a teenager, and that was the environment he
that
was
he
in.
grew up in.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it doesn't. I mean, to this day, it doesn't like everyone from Boston is like racist. I mean,
Sure.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a stereotype, right?
Yeah.
That they're racist, so he grew up in there, and you know, it's just part of like your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true. The Bayer
Bear.
AIDS scandal was a little shocking to find out.
Yeah.
Which one?
Bear AIDS.
Bayer.
Oh, the
Bear.
Bayer,
Thank
the
you.
aspirin or the
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Yeah. And how they gave people AIDS willingly and knowingly.
Yeah. Or the Dan Schneider one that Nickelodeon just kind of like, eh.
Yeah. They just
I
knew what
want
was
to watch
happening
the
and letting
true
it go.
crime, the documentary on Investigation Discovery. Did
Mhm.
you hear about all of the Drake Bell stuff that's been coming out?
Well, I know I've heard of it a while ago. I haven't heard anything recently. I know people were alluding that he was like a chomo or something, but
No, well, okay, that was one thing, but the Investigation Discovery. So part of what happened to him, it was like a dialect coach that they had at Nickelodeon working with all of the teens. His name is
Uh-huh.
Brian Peck, I think. He went to fucking prison for sodomizing, raping, and just doing all of these terrible things to an unknown or unnamed child actor that was about 15 or 16. And Drake Bell finally came out and was like, that was
Oh.
me.
oh shit.
And yeah, like within the last like week, but like Nickelodeon knew about a lot of this stuff and protected this guy. And so they just kind of let so many things fly under the radar for, you know, the sake of making a buck. So that was
Yeah.
really
That's disgusting.
upsetting when I was doing all of that research, not raping children.
Thank you for the clarification.
Just in case. But yeah.
Huh.
All right. And you answered yours, Jackie?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah, bear.
Oh, that's
Bear.
right. Okay. We'll go to Cassie on this one. Is there a life-changing event that shaped you into who you are today?
She was a child bride, obviously.
Yeah, right. I don't know that there is one overwhelming event that has made me into the neurotic, atypical person that I am today. I think it was just a culmination of events over my lifetime. Some traumatic, some not, but yeah, nothing,
Nothing stands out.
nothing specific, no,
Just the whole conglomeration of events.
of my life experiences. Yeah. What about you?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, that's kind of a good thing, I
Yeah, I
guess.
don't have any like crazy
moving to
trauma or
Oahu.
anything. Yeah, that was
that
a
was
crazy
life
time of my
changing.
life. Yeah, not really. I think just genetics made me the way I am.
Yeah.
All right. How is it that neither of you have ever watched The Wire?
I have started The Wire and I want to continue watching it. I just need to get HBO again.
And that's a TV
I hear
show.
it is amazing and fantastic. And what I saw, I liked,
Okay.
but I know I just have to hunker down and like,
It is if you Google what is the greatest TV show ever.
Actually,
The
it
Wire will come up.
is. Because I know that because I took over for Jay one day and I taught his class, and it's like I was at a local high school. There's an officer that will teach like a criminal justice type class to high school kids that maybe want to be somewhere in the criminal justice field when they grow up. And so I had to teach one of his classes and I didn't know what to cover, so I just played Jeopardy. And one of the questions is what is like the top #1 cop show in the world, and it was The Wire.
I don't even think it's cop specific. I think it's just like
The best show
best
ever.
show
Mine was
that
cop specific, but
exists. But yeah,
Some people might say Breaking Bad.
I
but
don't know.
It's really The Wire.
Breaking Bad sucks.
I wouldn't say it sucks.
you
I
know,
have
say
HBO
that
now
either.
through
Hmm?
Bickery, so I might watch that.
The Wire.
Hook
Yeah.
Butch up with them
Treat
kids.
treat
okay?
yourself to you won't be disappointed.
Okay, I'll have to get back into it. But yeah, I did start it, and it was a ride from what I saw.
Yes.
So
How many seasons is it?
Not many, 4 or 5.
That's a good amount.
And it's really because like the best thing apart, each season takes on like a different angle.
oh, okay.
So like the first season is all about this one specific drug dealer.
Mm.
Then the second season is about the corner kids that sell the drugs
Oh, okay.
or something like that. And then like the third season's about the Russian mob that operates on the docks.
Mhm.
And then there's another season about a different drug dealer. And then like the final season's about how the cops and the media get along and the demise of the newspaper and
Oh.
journalism.
Well,
Interesting. Did
Yeah.
you ever watch the new season of True Detective like I told you to watch?
I have not yet. I'm sorry.
You should be.
I'm
sad.
watching The Gentleman on Netflix and it's awesome.
I had that on in the background, but I haven't actually.
You have
paid
to pay attention.
Yeah, like I kept going to it, but then I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Gonna have to restart this. So okay.
All right. So since we're on the topic of TV,
Yeah.
Jackie, your favorite TV show?
Oh, that's hard. Because I watch a lot of TV.
We'll say your favorite
Can I have a genre?
drama TV show.
Drama
Not
TV?
comedy. Yeah, not comedy, not reality. So no
It's
Beverly Hills.
probably it's probably a mix between Grey's Anatomy before it got to like season 20 and above, or Southland. I loved that series.
That was a fantastic
It
show.
was so good. I have it on DVD. So I'd say probably one of those two.
Okay.
Cassie?
Parks and Recreation is my
Oh, yeah.
all-time favorite
You do
show.
love
It
that.
is so wholesome and it is lovely, and I identify with all of the characters on some specific level, and Ben Wyatt is my dream person.
Okay, Cassie's gonna win on that one.
What's yours,
Sorry, Jackie.
James? Hold on, what's yours?
I
This is a
mean,
three-way street here.
Sounds
again,
dangerous.
if we're talking like drama,
Yeah, drama.
the Wire, as we previously
Oh,
discussed,
okay.
is like the best show ever.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
We won't even delve more into that.
Entertain that.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that was like a sneeze or something.
Are there mushrooms on your shirt?
There are
Oh.
mushrooms and other things.
Fungi.
Because I'm a fun guy, gal.
Get out.
Comedy. I mean, I have a lot, but it all starts with Seinfeld. Without
You're
Seinfeld, nothing else
800 years
exists.
old.
Hey, it's a classic.
Are you a
can't
curve
beat it.
guy also?
Larry David is a god.
Okay.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is the second coming.
There's another one in my life now. Okay.
Ay, ay, ay.
But yes, Parks and Rec, Community,
Oh, fantastic.
You like The League? You made me watch that.
Believe,
The League was very good.
It was
There's
funny.
A lot of like solid things.
The
that have happened.
Office.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mean
guys have
Girl.
the identical taste.
We have very
in
similar
TV.
taste. Yeah.
And then James always tries to influence me and make me watch this and that, but
She
it
won't
just
have
never
But,
sticks.
and you know what? Even when I was at your house and Vickery was there and we put on Parks and Rec, don't you see an overwhelming like theme that the majority of the people in your life are trying to guide you in a certain direction for a reason? Because this shit is amazing.
I mean, I've never watched it, so I can't say that it is resident. I just don't care to watch it. It does not
Well,
sound entertaining to me at all.
That's okay, April.
yeah, definitely in April.
Okay, I know who that is. Fuck you.
Aubrey Plaza, she's awesome.
I know
She
she's
is.
she's
You have
interesting.
massive black cat energy for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cassie won that round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this a
Competition
competition?
now.
Oh shit.
So
I should start
Jackie will go to
trying.
you.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
No, I have a top 4.
Okay, so let's, of those, are those,
And
are
then
they
there
all
are
of
no
the same
specific
genre?
order. No.
Give me your favorite comedy movie.
Oh, comedy's not even on there. Probably like The Hot Chick with Rob Schneider.
That's just like your comfort. Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
final answer?
Sure.
No points for that. Okay, what are your top 4?
So it's in no particular order.
Okay,
It's Stand By Me,
that's a
okay.
good one.
The Lost Boys,
That's a good one.
Fear,
Oh my God.
and Alice in Wonderland, the original, not the fucking Johnny Depp bullshit.
Animated?
Huh?
Animated version?
Yeah. From like
original Disney.
1900s. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know
Alright.
when it was made.
Uh,
all right, we'll see.
those are all solid.
Okay, your
Thank you.
favorite comedic movie?
My favorite comedic movie, it's a sports comedy. It's called Goon. It's
Oh, you do love
hockey
Goon.
movie.
Hockey, yeah.
Oh my God, that's one of my like most comforting movies. I love Sean William Scott. I love everything about him in that movie. So that's like my number 1 favorite sports comedy. And then, but the movie that is, it's terrible that it's a comfort movie that I find myself watching over and over and over again.
Mhm.
Is Saving Private Ryan.
That's
And that is one of those.
kind of one of those go-to happy
It
movies.
yeah, and that
Molly.
is my it's Sunday. I don't know what I want to do. Let's just make ourselves sad.
Maybe I misheard you. Did you say Shaving Ryan's Private?
That's exactly what I said. And then yeah, so that and then the other like default go-to is Thor Ragnarok as another alternative
That's an
for
underrated
comedy.
movie.
I
It's-
don't approve of any of your movie choices.
But I'm of the same vein. Like you have to give me like a very specific category because I consume a lot of
I do like a lot of movies.
media. And so, yeah, I watch a lot of movies over and over and over again because I think I got a touch of the something. But
Touch of the tism.
Jackie's gonna get 1.5 points for that answer. You get 1.
okay.
So you're in the lead 2
Oh.
to 1.5.
Thought I was winning.
Favorite music artist / band?
Oh,
I don't have one.
I don't know that I could.
Because I only listened to my iPod from 2009 to 2012.
Right. Like it's very stunted because
Yeah, I won't listen to anything new.
That's fine. What, I didn't say it had to be somebody new.
But it's like it's a feel of songs.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not like a
an
specific
era.
brand. Yeah. Or
Alright.
band. Yeah.
3, your 3 top bands.
Boston,
Hollywood and
Fleetwood
Dead.
Mac.
Well, one at a time.
Hollywood
Go
and
to the
Dead.
elder for. Oh, we're going
Yeah, you can go
to
first.
junior
And
here.
then you can go.
No, go.
Oh, I said Hollywood Undead.
Yeah, I got that.
Say what?
Hollywood Undead.
It's very inappropriate. You would
me.
love it. Probably Breaking Benjamin.
Okay.
And I don't really have a third. The third is just the vibe.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah. I agree with the vibe, but I am always drawn to the music that we grew up listening to with mom and dad. So
I do love
Boston-
classic rock, yeah.
Boston and Fleetwood Mac are like 2 of my like top tier that I'm always listening to almost every day.
Mhm.
And then the third would be the 2000 to 2005 eras vibe.
Yeah. You didn't even put in Good Charlotte.
That's in that vibe though.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, I would have done terrible, terrible things at that specific point in my life. And I
Mhm.
feel that way every time I hear it, but I don't
know.
necessarily think that today.
But if
He's
we're
very Cameron
also
Diaz.
he
you
is,
know.
which is weird. But if we're also throwing in like mom and dad music, I would say John Mellencamp. I love his music.
Really?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
What about you, James? What old person do you like to listen to? Also, why are you leaning so far away from her?
I know. I'm like repelling him apparently.
No, I liked Foo Fighters.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dave Grohl lives
Uh,
locally. That's cool.
It's
yeah,
cool.
Coldplay. Yeah, I said it. I'm a man. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
I don't like Chris Martin only because he was married to
Gwyneth
Gwyneth
Paltrow.
Paltrow
Oh.
and their kid's name is Apple. But
Oh,
it's all personal motivation, but
U2
oh.
was probably like, you
Okay,
know,
I don't want to
they
hear your
were-
answers anymore.
they were the band of the decade when I was in that, what do you call
So
it?
1875.
in that era,
Era
that's
of being a sponge of music and
in your formative years.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
New music, I'm not really, there's not a whole lot of new music. I
Yeah.
listen to more like country-ish that's new, but I
country music sucks.
mean,
I had
that's
I
just
had
like
given
your
you a point on
opinion,
the last
man.
one, but I may deduct it after that.
More
so-
for me.
Eh,
Alright. But no, I give you the point because I've never heard of the bands Jackie said. And you said Fleetwood Mac in Boston, who I've actually heard of. So.
I said John Mellencamp. He's old.
You left out the Cougar. Had
It
you added
depends on
John-
how you want to do it. That's too many words. I know his
Hurts
full
So
name.
Good era, there's a
Oh,
cougar.
so good. Oh, okay.
All right, and lastly, we'll
Ooh.
go to Cassie first.
Okay.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Guilty pleasure.
Just overall,
Yeah, just like what's a
In
guilty
life.
pleasure you have?
no, you're gonna think I'm
We already think you're weird.
reading.
Oh yeah, she does.
But it's not just
Whatever.
reading itself, it's the type of books that I read. I read splatterpunk and horror and just disgusting, grotesque things that make you feel like you need to take a shower. Those are my favorite things to read. I hate making
Oh,
myself
that's
feel
cool.
bad. But I like do it anyway.
Okay.
Mine would be watching like trash TV shows.
I don't have time for that.
Like a reality type show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to watch Love is Blind. I haven't watched.
So I've never seen it before, but because it had so much shit, I watched the season and I liked it.
I haven't watched a reality show in quite some time. I turned it on, and after 5 minutes of squawking, I had to turn it off. I couldn't do it. I think I have moved on in life, and
I just like it because you can shut your brain off. It's not something you have to pay attention to. It's mindless
that is true.
garble that it's just entertaining.
That's fair. Okay.
What's your guilty
Alright.
pleasure?
Mine?
Yes,
Do we want to know?
probably
Um,
not.
involves a sheep.
What do you
We know
do?
someone like that.
uh, what would it be? I don't know. Probably just
It's gonna be nothing
TV.
entertaining.
Okay.
ED?
TV. Not an eating disorder, no, or a
No, a
erectile
erectile
dysfunction.
dysfunction.
Okay. That doesn't seem like a good time. Like,
It depends on who's giving or receiving, I guess.
okay.
Yeah, no, I watch too much TV,
Yes.
but
Okay.
that's my guilty pleasure.
Okay.
Well, who wins that round?
Me, because I have the same guilty pleasure.
I don't know.
Yeah, yours reading, no matter how you slice it, is a good thing.
Oh,
So you're not really. She's
Oh, that's true.
I also read a lot of
contributing to
fairy
the
porn,
demise of
so-
society by.
Woo!
like I don't read
But-
to learn, just saying.
Yeah, so
I feel like I know how this is gonna break, and I'm
Cassie
breathing-
won 4 to
Oh.
3.5.
Shit. Okay. Yes.
4 to 3.5. You won by half a point.
Yeah, you gotta have a point.
I thought I was gonna lose for sure. I was getting pre-mad.
I saw. Yay.
All right. Well,
Okay.
that kind of brings us to the conclusion of this special episode of Crack Sister Conspiracies.
Sisters.
Sisters.
There's 2 of
Is
us.
that what did I say? Did I say cracked sister?
You did.
Sister.
Oh my.
Sister, sister.
You're too white for that.
That's
Hey,
a
my
TV
Temu
show.
order shipped.
Oh god.
Or Temu, excuse me. The Super Bowl
Oh, it's
commercial
not
corrected
Temu?
that.
Brought from China.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Okay.
lives exclusively for shopping on Chinese websites.
I'm an Asian at heart.
She is.
All
She
right.
was
then.
switched at birth.
Sayonara.
What'd you say?
Sayonara.
Oh, is this it?
Sounds like this is it.
I'll let you guys. Any parting words?
Yay, we did it a
We'll go,
year.
All right. Jackie first. Any parting wisdom you have? Any hints on upcoming episodes that we should be looking out for?
Like I mentioned, we have the Killers Quarterly episode coming up soon. That'll be in a
Yep.
couple of episodes. Danny will be doing an episode at some point, so that'll be another special one with another guest. That's about it, I think. Cass?
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything to contribute. I need to hunker down and start rebuilding my topic list because I
Yeah.
am tapped. But I will figure something out. But if you have any suggestions, you can provide them to us. You can reach out to us on our various forms of social media. Primarily Instagram is going to be the best way to get a hold of us.
Mhm.
We have a Facebook and a Twitter. Don't use those.
I use
Um,
Twitter now.
But don't use it because you don't know how to use it. If someone
I
did
don't,
reach
but I
out to
want a
you-
notification. We don't have any.
We have a TikTok where you can get little snippets of the full length version that you can find on our Patreon. So we encourage you to go over there and give us your money so you can have access to full length videos like this that you'll see on our YouTube. This one is a free airing just
Mhm.
because there's nothing significant here, but for the good stuff, you got to pay for it. You can also send us an email at crackssistersconspiracies@gmail.com.
If you
But,
want to see Cassie bathing in a tub of cheese.
Send the request, maybe $1 along with the request, and I will seriously consider it.
Cool.
But with that, I'm gonna say stay cracked, y'all.
And have a great day.